Do you want to study in the USA? Do you want to get admissions? Over the years, I help a lot of people study in many countries in the US, China, Europe, and many more. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Kwesi. Today, I'm going to show you why foreigners in non-English speaking countries find it hard to get admission to study in the USA. Stay with me. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel, Kwesi, so that if I release a new video, you'll be the first to have the luxury to watch the video before any other person. So let's go straight ahead to why I think most foreigners in non-English speaking countries don't get the access or find it difficult to get admission to study in the United States. Number one reason is because of the fact that these countries issue their certificates in their local language. You know, in China they speak Chinese, so they issue their certificates in Chinese. And number two reason is that most foreigners don't want to take an English proficiency test. That's a TOEFL and all that. Number three is the timing. The timing of application also causes a problem. Number four is the grading system. The grading system has a huge impact on getting admission to study in the United States. And number five is the recommendation letters. So let's jump to number one. So I'll show you some details. Okay, so this is number one. You see, I don't want to show you the person's certificate details, but you see this certificate was issued in Chinese, and he did a translation, and you can see over here he submitted a translation to the school, and the school is finding it hard to understand that this is the original certificate. This doesn't look like an original certificate, but you see. So there's the biggest problem that most non-English speaking countries face when it comes to issuing our certificates. So the solution for this is try as much as possible for the university to issue you an English version of the same certificate, and that certificate should have a picture of you at any angle of the picture, at any angle of certificates, and it should have your details, your name, like how it is on a passport, but no need to add a passport number because passport numbers keep on changing and passport keep on expiring. So make sure your picture is in that certificate, and your certificate should have the English version of it. It's very important. You need the English version of it because admission officers don't have time to be looking at Chinese version certificates to compare it to the English certificate. No, just give them the English version and that's okay. Let's jump ahead to number two over here. So there's a checklist of one of the schools, and this guy studied in Li Shui University. He studied using English medium to study his course, and you see over here all the checklist is marked correct. But look here, he need a TOEFL or IELTS or Duolingo. There's a problem here. As soon as American universities see your certificates from China, the automatic thing they think about is, oh, this person needs to take the English test. They don't even consider that this person is an English speaker who's having his course in English. Then the country in which his school is a non-English speaking country. So there's a mismatch over there, and it's hard for some people to get where. The solution for this is, if possible, try to take an English proficiency test, or let your school issue you a document saying that you are from an English speaking country, you studied English the whole of your life, and you took an English medium course in that country. So you took an English medium course in China, or you took an English medium course in Russia. So with that, I think it will be the solution to this problem. Let's jump on to see the next problem and the solution for that problem. Next thing is the timing. Look here. So this applicant applied to the school, and you see this, your application, and the final deadline is February 1st. That's the final deadline for submitting all the application documents. And look here, Look here. This is a final deadline for application to get through, but over here he doesn't have his transcript yet. And this is for those in China. It's very important for you to know that as of February 1st, from the middle of January, or from January to February 1st, is Spring Festival. Most schools are on vacation. So if you want to do your application and submit all the transcript, you should do it before the Spring Festival, or you can't meet the deadline for February 1st. You see, he hasn't submitted his transcripts yet, and I know very well he might not be able to submit his transcript because the school that was submit his transcript, that's his school, is on vacation. They are on Spring Festival, and it takes a lot of time for them to come back from the Spring Festival. So get to know the timings. Please make sure your applications go through the transcript and everything is sent by December if you want to apply for fall intake. The next thing I'm going to look at is the grading system. Where is it? Do I have it over here? Do I have the grading system here? Okay, let me speak on the grading system. Maybe I'll get you guys a picture right away. But before then, let me just go to the recommendation before I do the grading. Okay. So over here too, the school is requesting for their recommendation letters, and there's a problem with non-English professors. You know, they have a problem in writing the English recommendation letters properly. So if possible, write your own recommendation letter, submit it to them. They put it on the school letterhead, they print out and sign, and they submit to the school for you. Or in US right now, all they need to do is just provide their email. You input their email into the application forms. The school will send them a prompt to upload this recommendation letter, and they will upload the recommendation letter. Make sure you read the recommendation letter before your professor submits the recommendation letter, because you know, I'm not saying they cannot speak English properly, but because they are non-English speakers, they might commit some mistakes that will really hurt you in your admission application. So make sure you either write a letter for them, the recommendation letter for them, and they will sign a stamp, or if they are submitting your recommendation letter, make sure that you go through and check for grammatic errors and all kinds of errors. Okay. The other thing I'm going to talk to you about is the grading system. So here, look at it. So you see, the recommendation letter is not yet submitted, but then as we're talking right now, we in January, and China is going on Spring Festival. So if your school admission decision deadline is on 1st February and China is going on Spring Festival, you can't be able to send a recommendation letter before they make a decision. So that's another point. The last point I'm going to look at is the transcript. The transcript, make sure that your transcript is also in English. Don't worry yourself with this Chinese version. Just make sure your transcript is in English, and your transcript should be graded. It should have a GPA. Again, it should have a GPA. Some people have their transcript in Chinese and Russian and all that. No, and even some other transcript is not being given a GPA. A GPA means grade point average. Your transcript should have a GPA. So in China, I think they have a grade point GPA of 0.5. They use 5.0. And it's okay to have a different grading system, which is not the same as US. But then just make sure that they should give you a grading system, and it should be seen on the transcript. You know, your GPA should be clearly seen on the transcript. I see some Chinese schools, they don't write a GPA, they just write it, and they give you a percentage of 70%, and the rest some percentage. Yeah, it's okay, but then most of the time, please advise them to do the GPA calculations for you and clearly write it on the transcript, because admission advisors don't have time to be doing these calculations and all that. No. You just put yourself at risk, because there are a lot of people applying for all over the world to come study in the US. So if you don't do this, then you are going to have problems. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're liking the video. It will help you and to help me. So just to recap on all we did over here. The first thing is the certificate. Make sure your certificate is in English version. The second thing is either you make your university write a letter for you to tell them you can speak English, you can write in English, you are English proficient, so you don't need a TOEFL or the English test Duolingo. Or you go ahead and write. I think Duolingo is very easy, so you can go ahead and write Duolingo. Next thing you must do is to make sure that you look at the timing of the school and sending your applications before your school goes. The last thing is the recommendation letters and the grading. The recommendation letters, try and write for please write something for myself. And the grading system, let them put it on the transcript. So thank you very much. This is Kwesi. I hope to see you another time. Thanks.